पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकम्। रूप गोस्वामी Prabhupada की जय, Prabhupada की जय, गौर भक्तों की जय। Thank you very much for joining. So we'll start with Aristasur's pastime first, as killing of Aristasur demon, which is in the uh, that is the 10th canto, chapter 36. So interestingly, this is almost all the killing of all the demons are ending with this Aristasur, Vyamasur, and Kesi demon. So this is almost the last. And Lord Krishna is about to perform his rasa dance and is obstructing. So Aristasur is representing. So we'll understand the philosophical aspect as well throughout this discussion. Aristasur represents disrespect towards the pure devotion service. Varatantu is his previous name. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is explaining. So he himself, to his guru, to Brahaspati, he is sitting, he is putting his leg, straightening his leg towards his guru, is showing disrespect directly to guru. And the guru cursed him to become a bull. So that's how he appeared in East Bengal. Then, so by the demoniac association, he became a demon bull. So that's his Arista Asur. So that's it's very important as we discussed Sunday Fish class also. One of the sin is disrespect. So disobedience, disrespect. So especially against spiritual master, sadhu, advanced devotee is very, very bad. So it's a mad elephant disease. It will obstruct our devotion service. It will destroy our devotion services. It may take this life or I don't know how long to again continue. So it may stop for quite a while, depending on how serious that disrespect and offense is. So one should avoid it. Aristasur is representing. We'll see if we'll discuss various offenses and anarthas more also as part of the discussion. But here Aristasur is sent by Kamsa to kill Krishna and Balram, is coming as a bull. During this pastime only, the Radhakund appearance has been discussed after the killing of the Aristasur, which is described in verse number 16. In this verse, purport, Krishna Chakravarti Thakur is describing the discussion between Lord Krishna and Srimati Radharani. So then we'll go to the nectar of instruction, where Radhakund's beautiful glories of Radhakund is described, verse number 9 and 10, 11, last three verses. We have to understand nectar of instruction is very important for practitioners of devotees, or even for the liberated souls, because it's describing the whole process of devotion service from all the way. This is a direct instruction of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to his devotees in Nilachal Kshetra, so Jagannath Puri Dham. One day Chaitanya Mahaprabhu called, and Govinda Kavi is writing in his book, Gauda Krishnodaya book, in the last chapter, Swadhama. There is a clearly Chaitanya Mahaprabhu giving 5 verses. In that, these 4 verses are found of nectar of instruction, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 8 verse is called Parivar Sutra, essence of the nectar of instruction. 11 verses, the 8th verse is the really important essence. And today's whole topic, the essential instruction is that only. How to avoid these offenses, how to be always trained and guided. So connecting verse from here is, if you look at Bhagavad Gita, chapter 16, last verse and the chapter 7, yeah, chapter 16, last two verses. Yas Shastra Vidim Ustrijya Vartate Kamakara Nasiddhim Navapnoti Na Sukham Na Paramgati. So, one who gives up the injunctions of Shastra, Sadhu and Guru, as Shastra Vidim Ustrijya Vartate Kamakara Na Siddhim Navapnoti. He will not attain even the material enjoyment in this life. Forget about the spiritual benefits. And then it is talked about next verse, Tasmas Shastra Pramanante Karya Karyam Karya Akarya Vyavastito. One who is not active in Krishna consciousness, he will not be able to know what is a duty, what is not a duty, what is to be done, what is not to be done. So pay attention to the word. One who is not active in Krishna consciousness, he will not be able to know what is to be done and what is not to be done in day-to-day life. So that's why it is very important for all of us to be actively participating in Krishna consciousness activities, chanting, hearing, reading, and service whenever we can. This is very important as per service. Chanting, hearing every day should be done. Service, if not possible, every day, once a week, once a month, whatever capacity we have, depending on our circumstance. That is what active means. One is actively trying his best to engage in. So that is the only way one can come out of these various sinful activities, because these simple activities coming from from various reasons. One cannot understand because Nectar of Instruction is talking about from verse number 1. So 11 verses are divided into Shraddha. Sadhakanam ayam premno pradurbhavet krama आदौ श्रद्धा तथा साधु संगो तथा भजन क्रिया तथा अनर्थ निवृत्ति तथा निष्ठा तथा रुचि तथा आसक्ति तथा भाव तथा कृष्ण प्रेम अभ्युदंचति. So one will gradually progress from Shraddha. First verse is talking about first, second, third verse of Upadeshamrita, giving instruction how to control the six senses, six urges, and then gradually coming to develop the enthusiasm, patience, determination. So first three verses describing the faith, strengthening the faith. That also has to be in the association. Then gradually that leads the faith. When it is strengthened a little bit, then we take seriously the association. That's verse number 4 to 6 is talking about that association of devotee. Then bhajana kriya, surrendering to spiritual master, and anartha nivrutti, nishta, ruchi, all these are described in the 7th verse. Syat Krishna Nama Charitadi Kirtanan Anusmrutyo Tishtan Raje. No, I'm mixing the next verse. Syat Krishna Nama Charitadi Vitto Padapta Rasanasya Rochikano Kintu Adarad Anudinam Kalusaiva Justa Swadvi Kama Tadgada Mola Hantri. Which is described like a jaundice disease. One needs to take sugar candy, water every day. So, diseased person. Same way, the chanting of the holy name has to be taken very seriously, very deeply. That is, so bhajana kriya, starting from bhajana kriya all the way come to ruchi, nishta, anardhana vrutti and nishta and ruchi. Then the 8th verse, which is the primal verse, very important verse, very crucial verse, where it is stressing the association of especially the advanced devotee, especially the spiritual master. Even in this verse purport, if you look at Bhagavad Gita, which I quoted, 16th chapter, last two verses. Last verse purport, if you look at, you will see that spiritual master, taking shelter of the spiritual master. Here also you will see in the verse number, I think, 5. All these Vrindavan Vasis, as well as the cows, everybody running away as this Arista demon came with so much, making huge sound. He has a hump, almost like looks like a mountain. Clouds are touching the mountain. And is making fierce sounds and taking his foot and making big sounds and doing in the ground. So then everybody was running away from fear, especially the cows from pasturing grounds. Then they're calling out Krishna Krishneti. They're surrendering. Govinda Saranam Yayo. They have taken shelter of the Govinda. So how do you take shelter of Govinda, Lord Krishna? That's important instruction from Aristasur, which means one has to take shelter of the spiritual master. and advanced devotee sadhu and shastra, and so as believed by the bona fide spiritual master. So the parampara. So we take shelter of Prabhupada. Gradually, one gets the association of the spiritual master soon by the prayers to Sri Prabhupada and Lord Nityananda Balaram. So that is very important. Then only we can give up these tendencies. Lord Balaram and our Acharya Parampara removes all the unwanted propensities we may have. So the disrespect which Aristasur is representing. So let us look at the further the Aristasur pastime as it is described. So the Aristasur was ready came to kill Lord Krishna. And then Lord Krishna said, "I'm so don't be afraid. Take shelter. So don't be afraid. I will kill this demon right away." Then he challenged. He made a fist sound like this. To in front of the demon. Then demon became even more mad and upset, ran, charged towards the Lord with great force. And Lord Krishna caught hold of the two horns and pushed him down 16 feet away with the force, such a small boy. So because he's not an ordinary person, he's a supreme personality of Godhead. So that he can do that even though he's so small. Then again, second time, he already lost almost, he became so weak. Second time again charged, he was perspiring. Then again charged. So this demoniac propensity is like that. So that's in the sinful act, in the anarthas that has been described as anarthas arising from the sin, anarthas arising from the previous pious activities, anarthas arising from the improper bhakti, anarthas arising from the offenses. These are the four categories which Vishwanath Chakravarti talking about. So one of them is sin, one of them is offenses. So one of them is from performing improper bhakti. One is even pious credits, because that obstructs the bhakti, ordinary pious credits. So the last three are somehow or other you can rectify it as we go through the stages of bhakti. The first one takes quite a bit of time. To completely eradicate, all the way we have to come to the prema bhakti. Avoiding sin, that is again subdivided into avoidance of that is false ego, ignorance. So asmita, avidya, asmita, avidya means ignorance. Ignorance is the root cause of sin, which we were discussing in the fifth class. And then asmita is false ego. Then raga, attachment for material enjoyment. Dvesha, even unhappiness, repulsion. So why did I get this problem? Why did I get? So we are so caught up. We are contemplating on that so long instead of taking shelter of the Lord and his representatives. That is also dvesha. And then one more is there. Total five of them. So avidya, asmita, raga, and dvesha. Total five under the category of so the anarthas arising from sin. Anarthas. So that's why one should. So the only way one can come out of these is by taking proper shelter of the Acharya Parampara and executing it actively, becoming active in Krishna consciousness. So that is the key. That's why in the verse number 8 of Nectar of Instruction, Rupa Goswami is instructing, Tannama Rupa Charitadi. If one wants to attain, one wants to see the from Lord's holy name by chanting the holy name to come to see the Supreme Lord's form, transcendental form, and see the qualities and understand the qualities, see the qualities and the pastimes of the Lord directly being present. It can only be possible if you follow this verse. Tannam Rupa Charitadi Sukirtanam. And every day we have to chant and hear Sukirtan Anusmrutyo. And we have to constantly remember. Tistan Braje Tad Anuragi Jananugami Kalam Naye Diti Upadesaram. So that's why when Sri Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur went to Radhakund, he spoke on these verses only, Upadeshamrita specifically, nectar of instruction. He spoke whole essence of nectar of instruction only, because this is directly the instruction of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as well. That's where Rupa Goswami has given it as a separate book altogether, because this goes hand in hand to performing the nectar devotion. What is devotion service? Who is a devotee? What it means to be a devotee? how to perform devotional service. This is a handbook to understand act of devotion, act of instruction. A very important book. The last three, because then only we can understand Radhakund appearance. Otherwise, we can't jump. Main instruction from Radhakund appearance is also we should not take service from Guru. We should not take service from the senior Vaishnavas, sadhus, advanced devotees. We should be giving service. When Lord Krishna told, please take the water here, you enter into my lake now. Shamakund, Srimati Radharani didn't do that. She rather told all the gopis, then went to Manasi Ganga and brought the water. Billions of gopis lined up bringing the water from Manasi Ganga. Then Lord Krishna gave us signal. Then the personality of these all these rivers, Pushkara, Narmada, Sindhu, Kaveri, all this Tamraparni, so Godavari, Krishna, so all these rivers personified, they appeared and then he spoke to Srimati Radha, submitted. Then she agreed. Then all these waters, rivers, jumped from this to Shyamkund to Radhakund. So in this way, so so that signifies how to always engage in service of others, especially spiritual masters, Prabhupada, or spiritual masters and advanced devotee. We should be giving our service as much as possible. If they themselves try to serve, so it's okay, but as much as we should give our service, we should not take Guru's service, we should not take service of the advanced devotees. So that is the principle from Radhakund Appearance Day also. So let's read from this Aristosu's Bodhastami, not Bodhastami, this Aristosu's appearance, especially from this verse number 16. अरिष्टे निहते दैत्ये कृष्णेना अद्भुत कर्मणा कंसाय अतान भगवान नारदो देवदर्शना. So after this Aristasura demon is killed, this pastime is happening, Radhakund appearance day. After Aristasura had been killed by Krishna, who acted wonderfully, that means we need to take shelter of Lord Krishna, surrender, and we need to take shelter of his representatives. Then these demons of Aristasura, disrespect and whatever we discussed on others, everything can be wiped out, provided we take shelter of Lord Krishna and his representative. Who acts wonderfully, Narada Muni went to speak to King Kamsa. Thus, that powerful sage of godly vision addressed the king as follows. Lord Narada Muni knows, Narada Muni seeing the Lord, so we seeing the Narada Muni also is seeing as good as God, as good as seeing the Lord, because he is directly in touch with the Lord. From the Purana, Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has quoted 20 verses describing the joking conversation between Radha and Krishna that took place after Krishna had killed the demon Arista. This conversation, so kindly quoted by the Acharya, describes the origin of Radhakund and Shyamakund and Krishna's bathing pond. The verses are as follows. We'll not read the verse, but we'll read the purport. The innocent young gopi said, "Ah, Krishna, don't touch us now, O killer of a bull. Alas, even though Arista was a terrible demon, still he was a male cow. So you will have to undergo atonement, just as Lord Indra did after killing Vritrasura. But how can you purify? For that you have to suffer quite a bit of time. Not harm because he is a devotee, great devotee, Vritrasura. As Chitraketu Maharaj, then Vidyadhara, then third life. He is a great devotee. So because of that, consequences were severe. 1 year, he was hiding in under a lake, under lotus plant. So that sin personified was ready to capture him. So because of killing the great devotee. So that's why. And he couldn't even kill Vritrasura also. It is mentioned he left. Vritrasura went back to Godhead. So after 1 year only he could kill. Even with that thunderbolt, special thunderbolt, special Ayuda, so Dadich is born after 1 year. Such a strong, because that is the power of a devotee like Vritrasura. But how can you purify yourself? You have to atone for it. Without going to the trouble of visiting every single holy place in the three worlds. That's when only he left that sin in the 4 different places. Okay, Lord Krishna replied, "Why should I have to wander throughout the entire universe? I will at once bring all the countless pilgrimage places here and take my bath in them. Just watch. Watch this. With this, Lord Mukunda struck his heel on the ground. Hmm. Then he said, this is the water of the Bhogavati river, which is Ganga. Ganga has four different names. I think this is in the structure of the fifth canto. Prabhupada is talking about it. So Ganga comes down and then it divides in four different places. Alakananda, Bhogavati. So Ganga here, different names in different planets where it came from in four different directions. Bhagavati, coming from Patal region, and now, O holy places, all of you, please come here. When the Supreme Lord had spoken those words, all the holy places went there and appeared before him. Krishna then addressed the gopis as follows: see all the holy places, but the gopis replied, we don't see them as you described. Then those best of the holy places, joining their palms in supplication, spoke up. I am the salt ocean, I am the ocean of milk, I am the Amara Dirghika. So all these oceans are there, by the way. Seven in the fifth canto, it has been described in the Bharat Desh, in the earthly planet, but we are not seeing. We are only seeing salt ocean because conditioned souls. So that's why we are not able to see all other oceans: honey ocean, liquor ocean, ghee ocean, yogurt ocean. All these are there. Seven oceans. I am river Sona, I am the Sindhu, I am the Tamraparni, I am the holy place Pushkara, I am the river Saraswati, and we are Godavari, Yamuna, Reva, rivers. Reva river. Reva is also mentioned by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu confidentially chanting a verse in while dancing in Rath Yatra. This Reva Rodasi Vetasi Taruchale Samutkantadare. One verse is chanting. Yak Kaumarahara. In that verse, this Reva is used. Reva rivers and the confluence of the rivers at Prayag. Just see our waters. Prayag is a modern Allahabad. So famous place. Triveni Sangam. So after purifying himself by bathing, Lord Hari became quite arrogant and said, this is all transcendental. I have produced a pond containing all the various holy places, whereas you, gopis, must never have executed any religious duties on this earth for the pleasure of Lord Brahma. Then Srimati Radharani addressed her girlfriends as follows. I must create an even more beautiful pond, so go to work. Having heard these words, the gopis saw that Aristasura's Poos had dug a shallow ditch just west of Sri Krishna's pond. At the nearby spot, all the gopis began digging up lumps of soft mud with their hands, and in this way, a divine pond manifested in the short span of an hour. Krishna was astonished to see the lake they produced. He said, go ahead, lotus-eyed one, you and your companion should fill this pond with water from mine. But Radha replied, no, 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 no. This is impossible, since the water of your pond is contaminated by your terrible sin of killing a cow. I will have my countless gopis, companions, bring the pure water of the Manasi Ganga here in billions of pots. In this way, I will fill this lake with my own water, and thus make its renown unequaled in the entire world. This is famous. Manasi Ganga is very famous. If you remember correctly, Lord Shiva coming as Gopeswar Mahadev, so approach Vrunda Devi and Purnamasi, and then they guided. You should take bath in Manasi Ganga. Then he came out as Gopeswar Mahadev. So in order to become a gopi, so they have to follow the gopis. So Lord Shiva followed, Lakshmi they didn't follow, so that's why she's still performing the austerity because she's not ready to give up her the Aishwarya Bhav. So that's why one cannot enter from Aishwarya Bhav to Madhurya Bhav. So without taking that mood. So, but Lord Shiva understood, Narada Muni understood, that's why they all became Narada Gopi, Arjuna Gopi, Gopeswar Mahadev. So always, that's why Tad Anuragi Jananugami Kalam Nayit Iti Upadesa Saram. After verse number 8 is telling, always you have to follow under the footsteps. Rupa Goswami, that's why we are called Rupanugas. Followers of Rupa Goswami. So Prabhupada has understood the instruction of Rupa Goswami and the mercy and the everything. So that's why he could do the wonderful things in this world. Otherwise, it's not possible. Raghunath Das Goswami is following Rupa Goswami. He has understood. That's why he has set up everything so nicely, beautifully. Radhakund. Today we see it's all done by Raghunath Das Goswami. He is always under the care and guidance of Rupa Goswami. And Jiva Goswami is under the care of the both of them. He could understand, he could write the 6 sandarbhas, the essence, no one else could. Wrote such a literature as Jiva Goswami. It's always under the guidance of the exalted personality parampara. Then only we can actually understand the Lord Krishna's pastimes, Enadbhuta Karmana, as in this verse is described. Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo vetti tatvata. Philosophy has to be understood. That means we have to be convinced 100%. Then we will not be attracted to anything of this world. We are not convinced right now. So that's why mind is still dragging us down in so many different ways, different activities. We are not conscious, even on this most auspicious day, we are not conscious of Krishna 24 by 7. We are not there. And so that's why we have to work towards that ultimate goal. Lord Krishna then gestured to a heavenly personality who was an intimate associate of all the holy places. Suddenly, that person rose up out of Krishna's pond and bowed down to the daughter of Sri Vrishabhanu. So we take shelter of her representative, who is that? So Bhakti Siddhanta Sarara Thakur Goswami Prabhupada. He knows, he understood the mood of the Acharyas and Srimad Radharani. That's why it's called Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Namne Varshabhanavi Devi Daitai Krupabdaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Dayine Prabhave Namah. So Varshabhanavi Devi Daitaya. So that's why he established Radha Gandharvika Giridhari at Yoga Pit. He has brought all this Radhakund, Shyamakund, everything at the Yoga Pit temple in Mayapur, birthplace of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. If you go to Mayapur, make sure to visit Yoga Pit whenever you go. Don't miss that place. So this is Srila Prabhupada's place, the Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur's place. Very, very prominent. Then with palms joined and tears pouring from his eyes, he began praying to her in devotion. O God, O Goddess, even Lord Brahma himself, the knower of all scriptures, cannot understand your glory, nor can Lord Shiva, nor Lakshmi. Only Krishna, the supreme goal of all human endeavor, can understand them. Thus, he feels obliged to personally make sure that you can wash away your perspiration when you are fatigued. He is always nothing. He is always anointing your lotus feet with nectarian charu and yavaka and decorating them with ankle bells. He rejoices, feels most part simply by satisfying the tips of toes of your lotus feet. It is when we chant the holy name, we take shelter of the tips of the toes of the lotus feet. That's why we have to take absorbed darshan of Sri Radha Syam Sundar. Hope you all have taken. If not, I don't know what time is it. You still can take 8:30. That last darshan in our temple. Please take. Make sure, because on these auspicious days, one's supposed to go and take darshan of the Lord. Then only while chanting we can absorb, we can remember that lotus feet, beautiful lotus feet of the Lord. So you have to remember it. Very close darshan. So that then we can absorb in that. It's very Nikila Sruti Ratnamala, Aditya Nirajita Pada Pankajanta, Ayi Mukta Kulair Upasyamanam, Iti Harinama Samshrayam. You are massaging the lotus feet of the Lord while bringing the one bead at a time down, so slowly, gently. So that is massaging the lotus feet of the Lord, lotus feet of the gopis, 108 gopis, 8 of principle. So there is a thread after 8. If you are initiated, you get the initiation beads after the 8. If you don't have, please make sure you add the thread. If you are initiated, you don't have a thread in after 8, you better get the thread and put that thread after 8, because otherwise it's impersonal. Mayavadis have that. So that's what I heard. So that's you should have it after 8. On his order, we have immediately come here to live in this most excellent pond, which he created by one stroke of his heel. But only if you now feel satisfied with us and bestow upon us your merciful glance, will the tree of our desire bear fruit. So this is the way one should submit. Hearing this prayer spoken by the representative of the full assembly of holy places, Sri Radha was pleased and said, "So kindly tell me your desire." Then told her plainly, "Our lives would be successful if we would come to your pond. That is the benediction we desire." Glancing at her beloved from the corners of her eyes, the daughter of Rishabhanu replied with a smile, "Please come." Her gopi companions all agreed with her decision and became immersed in the ocean of happiness. Indeed, the beauty of all creatures, both mobile and stationary, was enhanced. Thus, gaining the grace of Srimati Radharani, the holy rivers and lakes in Sri Krishna Kund forcibly broke through its boundary walls and swiftly filled Radha Kund with their waters. Lord Hari then said, "My dear Radha, may this pond of yours become even more world renowned than mine. I will always come here to bathe and to enjoy my water pastimes. Indeed, this lake is as dear to me as you are. So, non-difference. That's why we go and we offer obeisances first, remembering our parampara, all the way from Prabhupada, our spiritual master Rupa Goswami, and Gaur Nitai. Then we either take water 3 times, we put it on our head, we offer prayers to Srimati Radharani, Sri Radha Shyam or if you want to dip, one dip and come out. So, no, we should not play, we should not take it casually. This is a very, very reverential place. Very, very, we should be very respectful because they are the non-different from Radha and Krishna. And so they're eternally there because that is the most highest, topmost place. As Rupa Goswami is giving in the last 3 verses, we'll come there. Radha replied, I will come to bathe in your pond as well, even though you may kill hundreds of Arista demons here. In the future, anyone who has intense devotion for this lake, which is on the spot where you chastise Aristasur, who bathes or resides here, is sure to become very dear to me. That night, Lord Krishna initiated a rasa dance so that Aristasur became the obstruction of devotion service. So Krishna's Janardhana is ready to perform his at the twilight of time. Then this Aristasur bull has come. So that's when then after killing, then he continued his pastime. Initiated rasa dance at Radhakund, generating a torrent of the greatest mood of splendorous pleasure. Sri Krishna resembled a cloud. Nainaviram. So he has lotus-like eyes, beautiful eyes, attractive eyes. And Srimati Radharani's brilliant flash of lightning filling the sky with abundant beauty. In this way, their divine glories permeated the expanse of 3 worlds. So in this way, we can understand this pastime now. Let us go to the Radhakund appearance day. That is the Aristasur killing of the bull demon. So that is killing the disrespect towards them. So plucking out the disrespect by taking shelter of. Since we mentioned, we should look at this 16th, 24th, last verse, which I quoted earlier. Read the last line, what is read. Most of the places, for every problem, you will see that by the taking the association of advanced devotees, pure devotees, spiritual master, you can get out of it. That is the result you will see pretty much in all. Here also you will see. If, however, one is able to be guided by a proper and bona fide spiritual master who can lead one to the path of elevation to the higher stage, then one's life becomes successful. Otherwise, there is no way one can understand actually. So that's the reason. The material energies constitute 3 modes, and one has to rise himself at least to the mode of goodness. That also is not good enough. Before the path, at least. If we are situated in goodness, then we can wake up, we can chant, we can hear, we can practice devotion service. If we are not even situated in goodness, then we can't even do consistently. That problem is also there. So that at least we have to be in goodness, and then gradually we will come to the pure goodness. But at least we have to try to be in mode of goodness. Means we have to try to wake up. We have to try to chant in the morning. We have to try to hear in the morning. We have to keep this consistent practice. It doesn't matter whether we're in India or everywhere, Prabhu, I'm traveling, Prabhu, I'm here, I'm there. No, these are not going to work. We have to try our best. Only in emergency case only. We have to avoid. Somehow or the other, we have to. So if not this class, then if you are in India, then here from India, somebody is speaking there. So, if no live class, if you need a live class. But definitely we can't miss it. It's not a good practice because that will continue. If you miss it one day, then it will go on. So our life is very short. So that's why we can't miss a single day. So it's not a good practice. So they disobey the instructions of spiritual master and they do not care for the regulations of scripture. That is what Aristasur represents. They do not care. He didn't care. Brahaspati is there, right there in front of him and he's stretching his leg. So that's why in the temple, make sure if you have children, make sure let them not stretch their legs. If they want to stretch, then turn other side, not to the Vyasasana, not to the Lord. Some other side, one should stretch the legs if they are not feeling comfortable, or sit on the sofa, sit on the chair. So these are important instructions to know. It's not simply a theory. Aristasur pastime is already everybody knows. You have to know the inner meanings, what it means. Otherwise, you'll continue the same pattern for a whole life. Then it's not actually really helpful. Not knowing that it is a simply ritual. Knowing the story, it doesn't make much difference. What are we doing about it is the main thing, why this is being spoken. So, um, but in spite of hearing the glories of devotion, they are not attracted. Thus, they manufacture their own way of elevation. These are some of the defects of the human society which led to the demoniac status of life. So that's why we have to take shelter of the spiritual master now. Because otherwise we can't understand these 9, 10, 11. These are Bhava and Prema Bhakti. Last three verses are representing nectar of instruction, Bhava Bhakti and Prema Bhakti. It's not possible otherwise. We are not in Bhava Bhakti. So that's why we can't discuss so deeply about this. Because if we are on that stage, then we can discuss. We are not in that stage. We can't discuss so much. First Sattvic Vichar, what are the symptoms? Because what is the point? We're not the, how will you understand that? We can only discuss to some level. So not much more deep. So that's why we'll discuss as much as possible to the extent we are aware of and to the extent we are in, our level is in. So very famous verse here is describe the layers, the advancement or the layers of consciousness, or you can say the pure devotees, just like in Brihad Bhagavatamrita, in the beginning you will see the discussion between Maharaj Janamejaya and Jaimini Rishi, or the discussion between who is asking, Uttara is asking the questions to Parikshit Maharaj in the last stage, seventh day. Then this is the conversation. Jaimini Rishi, Janamejaya, this discussion is happening. Janamejaya is asking Jaimini Rishi, then he is relating. There you will see that pure devotees, Prema Bhakta, Prema Atura, Premottama, Prema Mahattama, so like that there are almost 5 different grades of pure devotees, but there also in that many grades are there. So that's why here also you'll see that the Radhakund is at the topmost. So famous verse, one should know this verse. Vaikunta Janito Vara Madhupuri. Vaikunta Janito Vara Madhupuri Tatrapi Rasotsava. Above Vaikunta, because there is spiritual world, three-fourths of the Brahmanda is spiritual world, one-fourth is the material world. The famous verse which we know, Golokadam Nijadam Nitale Chadas Devi Mahesh Haridam Asute Shute Te Te Prabhav Nichaya Prakatakshayan Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So the topmost planet is Golok Vrindavan, below that is Mathura, Jagannath Puri, Dwaraka, then Ayodhya, then rest of the Vaikuntha planet. This is how the spiritual world, three-fourth is structured. From Vaikuntha is where master servant Vaikunteswara. So is there. Varaha, Korma, Narsimha, so Vamana, all so in awe and reverence, master servant relationship. As you go higher, Ayodhya Dham, more other relation, but in Gaurava, in a more of a still awe and reverence is there. More Aishwarya is there. It's not intimate. It's more respectful. Gaurava Satya, Gaurava Vatsalya. So between the mothers and Kaikeyi, Kausalya, Supraja. So like that. So or between the Hanuman, Dasyaras, Shantaras, Sakyaras, Vatsalya. But that rasa is Gaurava. It's not intimate enough. When it goes to Dwaraka, to Jagannath Puri, to Mathura, finally come to Golok Vrindavan, it's intimate. So very intimate. So Krishna can jump on the cowherd boys can jump on Krishna. Krishna can hug. So it's completely intimate. That can only happen in that particular place. It is called Golok. That's why that description is given here now. No, Vaikunta Janita Vara Madhupuri. So above Vaikunta is Madhupuri because Madhupuri means it has all the so where Lord Krishna is born. First, that's why it is above the Vaikunta planet. Because Lord Krishna himself is born in Madhurapuri. Janito, I mean, that's what Janito. Vara means above. Madhurapuri Tatrapi Rasotsavat. Above Madhura is where Lord Krishna performed Rasalila, where Rasotsavat in Vrindaranyam, in 12 forest of Vrindavan. So that's a Vrindaranyam. So above the Madhurapuri, above Vaikuntha is Mathura, above Mathura is Vrindaranyam, Vrindavan, 12 forests. Then above 12 forests, further, within that, Vrindaranyam, Udarapani Ramana, Tatrapi Govardhana, where Lord Krishna lifted with his pinky finger Govardhan. So that's even more higher than within 12 forest is Govardhan, because Lord Krishna performed almost day in, day out, is there in Govardhan. Most of his pastimes either at Govardhan or at Vamsi Wat. So these 2-3 places are very intimate, because, and then Radhakund. So even more. So it goes higher and higher and higher and deeper. So that's why Radhakund is the topmost place. So to understand its glories, it has to come from one level of pure devotion to come to that level. That's why you'll see in the purport that Even four bona fide Vaishnava Sampradaya, even other Sampradaya cannot understand. Even the Nimbarkis cannot understand Radhakund's glories of Radhakund. So the way Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya, Gaudiya Vaishnava, followers of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Rupa Goswami, the way we understand, others cannot understand the glories. So it's not easy. So that should be very grateful to Sri Prabhupada and the Parampara Rupa Goswami and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Through the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu only we can understand this. We can gain this transcendental knowledge at this level. So no, it's not possible. Not everybody. Even now, if you ask other sampradayas, who is Radharani? So why she is there next to Krishna? They have no understanding. So it's not easy to understand. But we know from the Shastra's description, Chaitanya Charitamrita clearly giving various quotations. Srimati Radharani is the internal pleasure potency of Krishna. There is no difference between Radha and Krishna. Krishna himself expand as Srimati Radharani. Radha Krishna Pranaya Vikriti Ahladini Shakti. She is not different because unless you have Ahladini Shakti, you can't enter into Golok Vrindavan. You may have Sat Chit. Without Ananda, there is no way you can enter there. Sat means eternality, Chit means knowledge. Knowledge and eternality is not enough. We come to Brahmavad, you come to the Brahman stage, Brahmabhota stage, you cannot enter into Golokunda. It's not possible. You have to have the pleasure coming from Srimati Radharani. So that's without the mercy and blessings of Lord Balaram and Srimati Radharani, that is represented as spiritual master, is giving the mercy from both. So by the mercy of this Acharya Parampara, then we can enter into Golok Vrindavan. Otherwise, it's not possible. Understanding itself will become difficult. So Vaikunta Janito Vara Madhupuri Tatravi Rasotsavat Vrindaranyam Udarapani Ramana Tatravi Govardhana Udarapani Ramana. So soft lotus feet. Udarapani is most magnanimous. Udarapani. His lotus feet Ramanath, Tatravi Govardhana. So his feet, footprints are there every day. He's walking, he's putting his colored stones and so many minerals he's using for, beautifying his body. He's picking up the flowers and sometimes putting in the ears, sometimes on the turban. He's decorating himself, and some of the caves are there. That's why Giriraj Govardhan is the most dear to the Lord, dear to the gopis, because he's providing for all the pastimes, for Radha and Krishna's pastimes, he's providing so many things. He's always serving. He's increasing the pleasure of the cows, cowherd boys, gopis, gopas, the Lord, by all the Vrindavanas. That is his business. Hanta Yamadri, Abala Haridas Avaryu. So that's why it is mentioned. Yad Rama Krishna Charana Pramoda is getting intensity, his pleasure is increasing. Rama Krishna Charana. So he's becoming intoxicated. He can't stand straight, he can't stand stable. So that by the flute sound, by Lord Krishna walking, this cowherd boy is walking, Gopi is walking on him, and is getting great pleasure. So this is what serving the Lord and devotees. And that's what it means here. Udara Pani Rapana Tatrapi Govardhana Radha Kundam Ihapi Gokula Pate. So above even Govardhan, Radha Kunda, Ihapi in this world, because even further than Govardhan, Radha Kund, Lord Krishna is performing pretty much every day. Different pastimes, Nauka Vihar, you name it, so many pastimes. Radha Kundam Ihapi Gokula Pate Premapamrata Plavana. So here, the ambrosial nectar of love, so the highest ecstasy is overflowing. So, Kuryadasya Virajato Giritate Sevam. This is at the foothills of Govardhan, Radhakund. So that's where we start. We start early in the morning, 3:30, 4:30, or before, to do Giriraj Govardhan Parikrama. We start from Krishna Balaram temple, we stay somewhere nearby, take shelter of Prabhupada, day before, and go past Mahadeva, 7 temples. And then we go, so it takes long time. And then all the way, by the time we go to Radhakund, sometimes it's almost 10, 11, it's afternoon, depending on how fast we are walking, and so all that, depending on that. So that's why he's telling Virajito Giritate. So at the foothills of Govardhan. Sevam Viveki now, who doesn't want to, after knowing the glories of Srimati Radharani, Radhakund, Sri Radha Shyam Sundar, who doesn't want to serve? He is just not intelligent enough. So who is that who doesn't want to serve after knowing the glories? That's what Prabhupada. The holy place known as Mathura is spiritually superior to Vaikunta, the transcendental world, because the Lord appeared there. Superior to Madhurapuri is the transcendental forest of Vrindavan. Because of Krishna's Rasalila pastime, superior to the forest of Vrindavan is Govardhan Hill, for it was raised by the divine hand of Sri Krishna and was site of his various loving pastimes. And above all, the super excellent Sri Radhakunda stands supreme, for it is overflooded with ambrosial nectar and prema of Lord of Gokula, Sri Krishna. Where then is that intelligent person who is unwilling to serve this divine Radhakunda, which is situated at the foot of Govardhan Hill? How to serve Radhakunda? By serving the Acharyas of Prabhupada and spiritual masters, we will be able to serve. Because they are not taking the credit, they are presenting all the way it goes to Srimati Radharani. She is presenting it to Krishna, then he cannot deny, he has to accept. So that's why. We directly try to serve Radha and Krishna. That's why we have to remember, at least if not every day, whenever we offer, we should offer. This is on my behalf of my spiritual master. This is on behalf of Prabhupada I am trying to offer. It's always, that's why we chant. Whenever we are on the altar, we are offering whatever we chant. First to Guru only. Guru's picture is there, first to Guru. That's why when Arati also we show, we are not offering directly. First to showing Guru, Parampara, like that. Panchatattva, then Tulsi Marani, Panchatattva, then Gaurnita, then Jagannath, then first Radha Shyamsundar. So this is the process, always. This is the parampara going. So always. Then, so because that way we are trained. So we are always doing, because more we try to do, then we are immediately we become proud. Oh, I did so many things today. Because if we try to do on behalf of the spiritual man, we always remember, we make that explicit statement when we do. We remind ourselves, remind our mind, don't be, so arrogant and so proud, false ego. Bring that down. I want to stay grounded. This is on my behalf, my spiritual man. He has given the energy, he has given the opportunity, he has made me qualified, everything he has given. That's why I was able to enter into the altar and do this today. Or outside the altar indirectly. So if you are initiated, you will do. Second initiated, you can do on the altar. If you are not second initiated, then you will bring the things and you give it to other devotees. So that also, you are also doing the service. Only you are not there on the altar, that's all. But not much difference. You are also doing, because you are also serving. Anybody who is serving, you are getting the same credit as the other person. So, but that should be on behalf of Prabhupada. If you are not initiated, then on behalf of spiritual master and Prabhupada, we should offer. Always. This we should remember. More we remember that, then we'll always be grounded. Mind will not deviate us. Mind will not bring us down. Because that is also an anartha, the pride. So it is also anartha is the having a fear, the last one. So the fifth category is also abhinivesh. Now I am remembering abhinivesh. Abhinivesh means fear, fear of death, fear of so many things. That is also abhinivesh. Vayam diti abhinivesh tasyat ishadape tasya viparyo asmruti. That verse in the 11th canto. Abhinivesh means we can adhyas, so that means we are still thinking I am the body. We are not thinking we are the spirit. So we are not convinced yet. We are not 100% there yet. So that's why we have to follow this process meticulously, as much as gradually, slowly, increase and increase. Understand the essence. So more we understand the essence, we can practice it carefully. So that's what it means here. Serving Radhakund means on these auspicious day, festival days, very important to do our best to increase our this chanting, hearing, reading, and also try to serve others, try to distribute. This is the essence. That is the only way you can serve. So because she is always serving, she is always compassionate. Radharani, that's why anything she is receiving, she is telling Krishna, this is yours. It's not mine. It's not my great. It's not my. It's not that I am great. Actually, I'm actually I don't know how to do. So all these devotees, I'm presenting. He is better than me. So engage him in your service. That is her mood. So that's why we have to serve, try to serve on these special days. Then we can actually attract the mercy of Srimati Radharani. That's how we can attract more mercy than directly serving Srimati Radharani. By serving the Sri Prabhupada, serving her representatives, Lalita and Vishaka, Rupa Goswami, followers of Rupa Goswami Prabhupada and spiritual master, sadhus, advanced devotees. So in this way, we can actually, so that is what it means. Radhakund appearance means not just Jai Radharani is not going to give much mercy. We have to do something, responsibility we have to take. Then actually we can receive the mercy of Radharani, Rupa Goswami. That's why he could understand. No one else could understand what Sri Chaitanya, what Krishna is thinking in the mood of Radharani. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. So who has understood? Only Rupa Goswami. Not everybody could understand. So that itself will tell us that you could be with Radharani next Ramakrishna, you may not understand also. You could be a spiritual man, but you may not understand everything. It's not possible. It's not possible. So many devotees on battlefield Kurukshetra, so many are there next to Krishna. Duryodhana also, Krishna was there in front of Duryodhana and Dhritarashtra. Could they understand? Not understand. So it's not necessary. So that's why we need to get the mercy of Lord's representatives. Then we can understand, and we'll be able to properly engage in the service of the Lord. Next one is the what is it? Pastime Bola Astami. Bola Astami, which we described in the morning. Bolastmi means that is also signifying two things, integrity and truthfulness. These two are represented by the cow, Bahula, who as tiger is ready to kill. Then Bahula said, I will go and come back. So she kept the word of honor. And then she went and gave the milk to the calf and told the Brahmana, so now I have given the word to tiger, so I have to go and give myself. My life will be gone away. Please take care of my calf. Then they are not ready. They said, no, no, I will give my life. You stay here. Cow and calf, what is the use of my body? Brahmana thought. And then calf said, no, 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 I will go. So in that way, all three went. Then seeing the plight of all three, then Lord Krishna became mercifully. He came there and he gave blessings. So tiger also received blessing, but the cow, all three of them also received blessing. So that cow has become Bahula. Bahula cow, she became queen. Actually, that's how the forest, one of the forest, tall forest is Bahula one. And she became also one of the queen, Gopi also. So in the next life, so that's how, that is the pastime of Bahulastami. Radhakund appearance day and Bahulastami, both are in this today. So very auspicious, and we can continue to chant and hear and read whole day, whole night, if possible. So these are the best days. One can take it more seriously. So there is another verse. हे देव हे दयित हे भुवनैक बंधो हे कृष्ण हे चापल हे करुणाइक सिंधो हे नाथ हे रमण हे नयनाभिरामा हा हा कदा नु भवितासि पदम दृशो मे. ओ my Lord, O dearest one, O only friend of the universe, O Krishna, O restless one, O only ocean of my ocean of mercy, O my Lord, O my enjoyer, O beloved of my eyes. Alas, when will you again be visible unto me? This is Bilamangal Thakur. As in Saraswati pastime, we are seeing that. Nayanavirama. So always Lord is so captivating. He has attractive eyes, attractive lotus face, lotus feet. So only the acharyas can sing because they have understood Lord Krishna's his pastimes, his qualities, his activities, everything. So that's why we follow in the footsteps of these great Acharya Bilamangal Thakur has written in Krishna Karnamrit. Many beautiful poems and songs are there in this. Let us take darshan of the Lord. Anyone has questions? Shri Radha Madhava Astasaki ki jai. This is the today's Mangalarati darshan. Anyone has questions? Yeah, with that I'll stop here. We are on dot. Thank you very much. Antagod Vaishnava ki jai, Gopal ki jai, Radhakund Mahamotsav ki jai. You're all muted. No one has questions?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, you explained so well. So there is no question. Really, we understood everything.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And you explained Nectar of Devotion's 9th chapter, so it's already done. Very well.
Much more to it. There's a lot of elaborate discussions. Our Prabhu is already discussing at that level. Is covering very much. It's very good. Yeah, very important. Nectar of instruction has to be on our back burner. So those verses has to be remembered so that, when we see prasad, when we see different allurements, when we are outside, we immediately remember on the back burner. Mind tell, yeah, let's go for it. Then intelligence is telling, no, I just heard. We heard act of instruction. I should contain myself, not jump the gun. not take it up forward. So, nectar instruction that way. It works as a sharpens our intelligence. So, it helps us to focus more, internalize it. Yeah. Thank you very much. Mataji. Hare Krishna. Yeah. Anyone else? Not, we'll stop here. Okay. So, Mr. Prabhu, take it away.
Prabhuji, one more question.
Yes.
They were talking about Adhyatmik Vrindavan, or they were talking about Vaikuntha Vrindavan? The Mathura is better than Vrindavan. Vaikunth.
Yeah.
Mathura is better than Vaikunth.
Yeah, this is here or there. So it does, because it's the same thing there also. So because whatever is there in the here also the holy places. So Badrikashram, Jagannath Puri, Dwaraka, Mathura, Ayodhya, Vrindavan, all these are there because it's there in the spiritual world. They are here because when our Lord comes, they bring the holy dham. All his associates also come along with him. So he's not alone. So here, and of course there also. There also, that's why we mentioned the verse from all the way. Devi Mahesh Haridham Suteshu Teshu Tete Prabha Goloka Dham Nijadam Nitale Chatas. So Golok Dham is the highest below. So that's it, because the rasa is changing. No? From Shanta Dasya it is going, and Gaurav Sakya, Gaurav Vatsalya. Then it's changing to Vishramba Sakya, Vishramba Intimate. Vishramba Vatsalya, Madhurya, and Swakya, Parakya also. Only in Golok Vrindavan. So that's why we said, even the other Sampradayas also cannot understand the position of Srimati Radharani, cannot understand Radhakund's appearance, Radhakund's glories. They can't understand. It's not easy. So only through Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then we can understand her position, her glories, so significance and all this. Yeah. Maybe both spiritual world and material world.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Hare Krishna. Okay. With that, we'll stop here and to go to the next class. Thank you very much, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Krishna Namananda Prabhu. Nice class, wonderful class. So thank you, and then we will go with our next program. So since we heard from the Radhakund, the glories of Radhakund, today is also very appearance day of Radhakund, Bahul Ashtami. We can have a darshan of Radhakund with the devotees. Let me share the screen. Be able to see the screen?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, very good. Let me.
हमारो धन राधा के राधा के राधा हमारो धन राधा के राधा के राधा हमारो जीवन धन राधा 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 जीवन प्राण धन राधा 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 प्राण हमारो धन राधा के राधा के राधा हमारो धन राधा के राधा के राधा हमारो धन राधा के राधा के राधा प्राण धन राधा 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 प्राण जीवन धन राधा 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 राधा.
So it is our extreme good fortune that today we are visiting the most sacred abode of Radhakund. Narayan Bhatt Goswami has given a pranamanta for Radhakund in his famous Braja Bhakti Vilas, chapter 4, verse 1, where he writes, Krishna Krita Stalayeva Nastubhyam Vanayacha Sapalakyam Varam Dehi Krishna Subhagya Dayine. O playground of Sri Krishna, O beautiful Sri Kund, you are able to give all good fortune. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. And Sri Rupa Goswami famously says in Upandesamrita that the holy place of Mathura is spiritually superior to Vaikuntha because Krishna took birth or appeared there. And superior to Mathura is the forest of Vrindavan because Krishna's Rasalila pastimes took place there. And superior to the forest of Vrindavan is Govardhan Hill because Krishna raised the hill with his own divine hand and had loving pastimes there with his cows, friends, and gopis. But above Govardhan Hill, above Vrindavan forest, above Mathura, and above Vaikuntha, or any other place for that matter, is the most sacred place of all, Sri Radhakund. Rupa Goswami mentions that great devotees like Narada, Lord Shiva, etc., barely even get to see Radhakund because of its elevated status. One may wonder then how we as members of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness are allowed to visit here. Of course, it is only by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. And how have we obtained his mercy? Frankly, by our humble service in helping him spread the Sankirtan movement of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Srila Prabodhananda Saraswati makes this very clear in his Chaitanya Chandamrita, text 88. Yata yata gora padara vinde, vindeta bhaktim krita punya rasi, tata tatot sarpati vidya kashmat, vada panamboja sudambarasi. To the degree that we surrender to Lord Chaitanya's service, to that degree we acquire qualification for service to Radharani's lotus feet in Braj. So as we know, the original Radhakund and Shyamakund exist in the spiritual world, but they came manifest here on earth during the time of Krishna's descent, 5,000 years ago. So that was 5,000 years ago, but in due course of time, the two sacred lakes disappeared from everyone's vision. Fortunately, they were rediscovered by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when he visited Vrindavan 500 years ago. But for Lord Chaitanya, simply rediscovering Radhakund and Shyamakund was not enough. He actually desired that the lakes be excavated so that in future, pilgrims like us who came to Radhakund could take full advantage of them. And he left that service, that seva, to one of his dearest followers. And who was that? The great saint Raghunath Das Goswami. Srila Raghunath Das Goswami is our Parojana Guru. Parojana means the ultimate goal of life, attaining pure love of God, specifically Braj Bhakti, or the love of the residents of Vrindavan for the divine couple, Shri Shri, Radha and Krishna. The entire life of Raghunath Das Goswami is a study in excellence. He was the first of the 6 Goswamis to meet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He lived for 40 years on the banks of Radhakund. No doubt it wasn't easy. It was at best a basic existence. But the joy of service to the lotus feet of his Ishtadev, Srimati Radharani, far exceeded the difficulties he encountered. He himself has written in his Stavavali, Abhishta Shuchanam 13, On the strength of the service I have done to the pollen of Rupa Goswami's lotus feet, I am able to reside, even in times of trouble, by the shore of Radhakund at the base of Govardhan Hill. Protected by Rupa Goswami's friends and associates, I chant and hear the holy names of Sri Radha and Mukunda, which defeat the sweetest nectar. I pray that Sri Rupa Goswami will always protect me.
Jai Radhe 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 Jai Radhe Radhe Hamaro dhan Radha Ji Radha Ji Radha Hamaro dhan Radha Ji Radha Ji Radha Hamaro dhan Radha Ji Radha Ji Radha Jivan dhan Radha 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 Jivan Radha dhan Radha 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 Hamaro dhan Radha Ji Radha Ji Radha Hamaro dhan Radha Ji Radha
Jai Shri Radha Kund ki Jai, Shri Radha Shyama Kund ki Jai.
Jai.
Hari Hari, thank you so much. We had a great fortune to see the Radhakund today on this appearance day. So anybody took the bath? Mentally?
I visited, but I did not took a bath that time.
No. Yeah, we are not supposed to. We are not supposed to. Srila Prabhupada recommended that usually what happens, we make also offense. Because we just take some water and sprinkle on it. And it is mentioned that on this appearance day, this is the day Radhakund appeared on the midnight of Bahulakshtami, 5,000 years ago. And then one who takes bath in this time, so they will attain the abode of Golok Vrindavan, no doubt. Because they are the great fortunate souls that get an opportunity to come to this point on the midnight, that to take the bath in the Radhakund. So thank you. And we go and we take some drops of water. And even we are not touched with our feet on the Radhakund. It's so sacred, so divine. We should not even touch. That's why Govardhan, people should not climb to the Govardhan. Govardhan is Lord himself. We should not touch our feet with Govardhan. Similarly, we should not touch the water with our feet. So always careful. And we take some water and sprinkle on our head. So thank you so much. It was so nice to hear the pastimes of how the Radhakund appeared. Similarly, Shyamakund on this day. Also, this is the day of appearance of Shyamakund. But the glories, as Krishna says, that this Radhakund is as dear as Srimati Radharani. And it will be more famous than my Kund. So it's became like that. Radhakund became so famous. Okay. Thank you so much. Anything anybody would like to add? Any comments, reflections? Very wonderful, beautiful.
Hare
Yes.
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yes, thank you so much, Prabhuji, for finding such videos. And yes, it reminded me my visit over there. And I had the similar experience as you explained. There was one priest on the side of the Kund, and I was, I guess, high schooler or senior high schooler. So priest was saying, like, you came so far, so you should take a bath, kind like a sprinkle the water. That priest guided me. And I was little away from the Kund, like a bit scared, like didn't want to, slip or sink in the Kund.
Yeah.
And I was worrying about the other family members, my younger siblings, because we had one experience like that. One sibling got slipped in the Sarovar like that, and then we had to save him. So I was very careful, but the priest said, "Itni dur tum aayi ho, to ab मुंह ही धो लो like you were saying, spring on the face. The way you explained, you reminded me exactly word to word what that priest was telling me to do.
Yeah.
But it's like very nice. Yes, I
Yep.
can never forget that experience. But that time I was not that conscious about such things the way I am now.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, yes. Only Radharani's mercy, only that one can go even near to the Radhakund. Only those who have mercy that they get the opportunity to go and take water. Thank you. Everybody should go. Everybody should try. At least, now think about all this. Now we are so much caught up with all these worldly things and that, this, those. And if you can, at least have a plan like that, every year, at least go to Vrindavan Dham, Mayapur Dham, Vrindavan Dham, Govardhan Parikrama, going to the Radhakund. This is what is also part of our life. Not that, all 365 days and so much of caught up with so much of things. Take some time off from all these worldly things and go and completely meditate. Sit on the foot of Radhakund, sit on the foot of Govardhan, meditate on the pastimes of the Lord, and visit all the wonderful temples in Vrindavan. So, what else is being needed? This is for human form of life is meant for that. So don't be so much, caught up with this one. Take your own, priority in your life. Is very, very important. Yeah.
Yes, like a group, can we plan someday to visit like that, like
Yeah, I mean,
5, 6, 10 people,
that's
something like
another
that?
challenge. Another challenge. Yes, we will plan for that as well, of course. But everybody's timing, everybody's so caught up and busy, right? That's the one
Yes.
challenge. We were even trying to go to New Vrindavan. When we plan, everybody has some plan or other.
Yes,
So,
Prabhuji. So I
not easy.
waited, but finally we started visiting.
Yeah.
And the same way I'm thinking, I will wait, like if we can plan something, or otherwise I will fly like you you did
Yeah,
recently.
yeah. Yeah, even recently I had a very good fortune to go to Radhakund. And what happened that day, it was something, and all the roads were completely blocked.
Oh.
Nobody can enter, nobody can go like that. But auto rickshaw, cars, they were not allowing. Everywhere barricades and the cops and the police. Only auto rickshaw can go. So somehow I went to Vrindavan, and how can I go back without seeing Govardhan, without seeing Radhakund? So I got one auto rickshaw driver, and he took me some ways that he knows. And the way when I went to, I saw that Govardhan, and I, at the Mukh, that's where the Govardhan is received out, Anayur. And then, and this auto rickshaw driver then took me inside and put me down far away, like almost a mile, almost a kilometer away. So nobody's allowing to go further down. And said that, okay, you go this way. And, I just started to walk from there. And then I came to Radhakund, and then I came to Radhakund, said that nobody is allowed to go down to the Radhakund. So only that you can have a darshan from the top on the road. That's it. Nobody, and nobody. So I was little disappointed all the way I came here. And how could I go just like that? So then I prayed. I then offered, some arati from there and put some, donation dakshina to the brahmanas. Then I was just walked a little bit further. All on a sudden, there is a brahmana, those who are there. He came behind me and he told me that, okay, Prabhuji, you came here and you want to see the, Radhakund. So I will take you. I'll take you to Radhakund. He told, okay, follow me. So he knows somebody's house, that through some groups there. He took me through and I was so kind of surprised, Then he took me down and even came to the steps of Radhakund and then did the puja and, so nice. And he then took me around the Radhakund and then other temples, the Kutir and the Baitak and Krishna's Karaj Goswamis, all those and the places. And I felt that it was Radharani's mercy, nothing else. It was quite nice in that way. So, yeah, it was so wonderful. So I had that.
Prabhuji, I'm surprised to hear that your experience is also with those 3-wheeler auto rickshaw like this year. And the same experience I had during those +1, +2 times, na, senior secondary school days. And my experience now, like these auto rickshaw drivers, these are smarter than, or maybe the taxi drivers, they have more strict rules, like restrictions. So they are not permitted to go everywhere, taxi drivers. But auto rickshaw people, they know
They
people
can.
are visiting, and then they approach the visitors and they give very nice tour. We
Yeah.
had we had auto rickshaw like tour also. Same thing with the pushkar also. And the auto rickshaw person was so nice. And we visited one Lakshmi Narayan temple as well. And that was the last destination of the day. And temple was about to close. We entered, but that's it. Then the temple was closed. So we just did the parikrama and we came out. We were the last visitors, and it's a nice experience.
Nice
Thank you,
experience.
Prabhuji.
Yes, yes. Yeah, everybody, I would humbly request everybody should go and take this opportunity, and every year at least, plan for it, and whatever is possible, don't just waste the life. This is our wonderful opportunity as a human. Who knows that? Anyway, okay. So let's
Hare
come to our
Krishna.
next program. Okay. Damodar Ashtagam. Let me take this. This Damodar Ashtagam lyrics. This one. Yeah. Okay. Seeing this one.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. So let us now. Let's see who is there to sing. Anybody is there to sing?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, can I sing if it's
Oh,
okay?
please, 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 please.
Thank you.
That your name came to my mind, Mataji. Then you already said.
Yes, Prabhuji, it is blessing of Radharani and your mercy also.
Okay.
Namamishwaram Satchidanandharupam Lasatkundalam Gokule Brajamanam
Namamishwaram Satchidanandharupam
Satchidanandarupam
Lasatkundalam Gokule Brajamanam
Brajmanam
Yashodabiyolukalatavamanam Paramrishtamatyantato Drutya Gopya
Yashodabiyolukaladavamanam Paramrishtamatyantato
Rudantam muhurnetrayugmam rujantam Karambojayugmena shatankanetram
Rudandam Muhurnetra Yumam Rajantam Karambojayukmena Sadanganetram
Muhuswasakam patrirekakanta Stitagraivam damodaram bhaktibhaddam
Muhuswasakam Bhatirekanta Siddhagrivam Damodaram Bhaktivedam
Iti driksvalila viranandakunde Swagosham nimajjantam akyapayantam
Idi Driksolila Viranandakunde Sughosham Nimachandam Akyapayantam
Tadiyeshitagneshu bhaktairjitatvam Puna prematastam sata vritti vande
Tadiyeshidagneshu Bhaktairjitatam पुनः प्रेमतस्तं सदा विवन्दे
वरं देवमोक्षं न मोक्षावधिं वा न चान्यं वृणेऽहं वरेषादपीहा
वरं देवमोक्षं न मोक्षावधिं वा न चान्यं देहं वरे सदपीह
इदं ते वपुर्नाथ गोपालभालम् सदा मे मनस्याविरष्टं किमन्यै
इदं देवपुरनाथ गोपालबालम् सदा मे मनस्याविरसं किमन्ये
इदं ते मुकाम्बोजम् अत्यन्तनीलैर्वृतं कुन्तलैः स्निग्धरक्तैश्च गोप्या
इदं देवकाम्बोजमत्यन्तनीले मृदं कुण्डलैः स्निग्धारक्तश्च गोप्या
मुहुश्चुम्बितं बिम्बरक्ताधरं मे मनस्याविरष्टं मलं लक्षलाभै
मुहुश्चुम्बितं बिम्बारक्ताधरं मे मनस्याविराष्ट्रं नालं लक्षलाभे
नमो देवदामोदरानन्द विष्णो प्रसीद प्रभो दुःखजलाब्धिमग्नम्
नमो देवदामोदरानन्द विष्णो प्रसीद प्रभो दुःखजलाब्धिमग्नम्
कृपादृष्टिवृत्स्यातिदीनं भतानु गृहानेशमामग्नं निद्यक्षिदृश्या
कृपादृष्टिवृष्टो
गृहणेशमामस्त्वं दृश्या
कुबेरात्मजौ बद्धमूर्त्यैव यद्वत् त्वया मोचितौ भक्तिबाजौ कृतौ च
कुबेरात्मजौ बद्धमूर्तैव यद्वा त्वया मोचितौ भक्तिबाजौ कृतौ च
तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वकामे प्रयच्छ न मोक्षे ग्रहो मेऽस्ति दामोदरेह
तदा प्रेम भक्तिं शोकमे प्रयच्छ न मोक्षे गृहो मेष्टि दामोदरेह
नमस्तेऽस्तु धाम्ने स्फुरदीप्तिधाम्ने त्वदीयो धरायात विश्वस्य धाम्ने
नमस्तेऽस्तु धाम्ने स्फुरदीप्तिदाम्ने त्वदीयो धरायाध विश्वस्य धाम्ने
नमो राधिकायै त्वदीयप्रियायै नमो नन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यम्
नमो राधिकाय त्वदीयप्रियाय नमो नन्दलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यम्
नमो राधिकायै त्वदीयप्रियायै नमो नन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यम्
नमो राधिकाय त्वदीयप्रियाय नमो नन्दलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यम्
नमो राधिकायै त्वदीयप्रियायै नमो नन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यम्
नमो राधिकाय त्वदीयप्रियाय Namo Nandalilaya Devaya Tobhyam.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jaya Radha Damodar Radha Damodar Jaya Radhe.
Jaya Radha Damodar Radha Damodar Sri Radhe.
Jaya Radha Shyam Sundar Radha Shyam Sundar Shri Radhe.
Jaya Radha Shama Sundar Radha Shama Sundar Sri Radhe.
Jaya Jagannath Jaya Jagannath Jaya Baladeva Jaya Subhadra.
Jaya
Jagannatha Jaya Jagannatha Jaya Baladeva Jaya Subhadra.
Jaya Gaura Nitai Jaya Gaura Nitai Jaya Gaura Nitai Jaya Gaura Nitai.
Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita.
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Shri Radha Damodar ki jai.
Jai. Please read the translation one by one, devotees.
To the Supreme Lord, whose form is the embodiment of eternal existence, knowledge, and bliss, whose shark-shaped earrings are swinging to and fro, whose beautifully shining divine realm of Gokula, who's quickly running from the wooden grinding mortar in fear of Mother Yashoda, but who has been caught from behind by her who ran after him with greater speed. To that Supreme Lord, Sri Damodara, I offer my humble obeisances.
Seeing the wiping stick in his mother's hand, he is crying and rubbing his eyes again and again with his two lotus hands. His eyes are filled with fear, and the necklace of pearls around his neck, which is marked with their lines like a coccyshell, is shaking because of his quick breathing due to crying. To this Supreme Lord Sri Damodara, whose belly is bound not with ropes but with his mother's pure love, I offer my humble obeisances.
Yeah, thank you.
By such childhood pastimes as this, he is drowning the inhabitants of Gokula in pools of ecstasy and is revealing to those devotees who are absorbed in knowledge of His supreme majesty and opulence, that He is only conquered by devotees whose pure love is imbued with intimacy and is free from all conceptions of awe and reverence. With great love, I again offer my obeisances to Lord Damodara hundreds and hundreds of times.
Yeah. Thank you.
O Lord, although you are able to give all kinds of benedictions, I do not pray to you for the boon of impersonal liberation, nor the highest liberation of eternal life in Vaikuntha, nor any other boon, which may be obtained by executing the 9 processes of bhakti. O Lord, I simply wish that this form of yours as Bala Gopala in Vrindavan may ever be manifest in my heart. For what is the use to me of any other boon besides this?
Thank you. Fifth one.
O Lord, your lotus face, which is encircled by locks of soft black hair, tinged with red, is kissed again and again by Mother Yashoda, and your lips are reddish like the bimba fruit. May this beautiful vision of your lotus face be ever manifest in my heart. Thousands and thousands of other benedictions are of no use to me. Hare Krishna.
Sixth one. Hare Krishna.
O Supreme Godhead, I offer my humble obeisances unto you, O Damodara, O Ananta, O Vishnu, O Master, O my Lord. Please be pleased upon me by showering your glance of mercy upon me. Deliver this poor ignorant fool who is immersed in in an ocean of worldly sorrows and become visible to my eyes. Hare Krishna.
Seventh one. Seventh.
O Lord Damodara, just as the 2 sons of Kuvera, Manigriva and Nalakuvara, were delivered from the curse of Narada and made into great devotees by you in your form as a baby, tied with rope to a wooden grinding mortar, in the same way, please give me your own prema bhakti. I only long for this and have no desire for any kind of liberation. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Eighth one.
O Lord Damodar, I first of all offer my obeisances to the brilliantly effulgent robe which binds your belly. I then offer my obeisances to your belly, which is the abode of the entire universe. I humbly bow down to your most beloved Srimati Radharani, and I offer all obeisances to you, the Supreme Lord, who displays unlimited pastimes. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Jai. Anybody else is there? Would like to read? Okay, I'll read. O Lord, although you are able to give all kinds of benedictions, I do not pray to you for the boon of impersonal liberation, nor the highest liberation of eternal life in Vaikuntha, nor any other boon which may be obtained by executing the 9 processes of bhakti. O Lord, I simply wish that this form of yours as Balagopala, Vrindavana, may ever be manifest in my heart. For what is the use to me any other boon besides? Okay. Thank you. Suman Madaji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, then with Pranam all goes to Srila Prabhupada. Can you scroll up a little bit, Prabhuji, please?
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji. O Lord, 5. O Lord, your lotus face, which is encircled by locks of soft black hair, tinged with red, is kissed again and again by Mother Yashoda, and your lips are reddish like the bimba fruit. May this beautiful vision of your lotus face may ever manifest in my heart. Thousands and thousands of other benedictions are of no use to me. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Anybody else? Okay. So then
Can I
thank
go
you, sir.
further, Prabhuji?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
O Supreme Godhead, I offer my obeisances unto you, O Damodara, O Ananta, O Vishnu, O Master, O my Lord. Please, be pleased upon me by showering your glance of mercy upon me. Deliver this poor ignorant fool who is immersed in an ocean of worldly sorrow and become visible to my eyes. O Lord Damodara, just as the two sons of Kuvera, Manigriva and Nalakuvera were delivered from the curse of Narada and made into great devotee by you in your form as a baby tied with rope to a wooden grinding mortar. In the same way, please give me your own prema bhakti. I only long for this and have no desire for any kind of liberation. O Lord Damodara, I first of all offer my obeisances to the brilliantly effulgent rope which binds your belly. I then offer my obeisances to your belly, which is the abode of the entire universe. I humbly bow down to your most beloved Srimati Radharani, and I offer all obeisances to you, the Supreme Lord, who displays unlimited pastimes. Hare Krishna.
Yes,
Prabhuji.
thank you, Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Thank you, all the devotees, for joining today. It's a very, very auspicious day of Radhakund appearance. And tomorrow we'll be having the pastime we'll be posting. Thank you so much. Let's conclude today's class, today's session. Let's pray together. Vancha kalpatarupasya. Kripaa sindhubhyeva patidana pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai.
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Gaudiya Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai.
Jai.
Premanande Hare
Hari
Krishna.
Hari Hare Krishna. Hari
Krishna.
Thank you, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.